Southwest WA. You can be on the beach patting stingrays, minutes later you're deep underground in an enormous cave system, visiting Australia's tallest lighthouse, walking through the tops of some of Australia's natural giants, and then locking in the hubs and discovering a spectacular remote beach.
Won't stop for traffic lights.
Our journey from Busselton takes us through the town of Margaret River for a bite of lunch before making our way south to the quiet coastal town of Augusta.
I'll never figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs.
So we've got a bit of a...
You can say I lost my mind.
Choice.
I will keep on.
After setting up camp, we headed out to explore this incredibly diverse region. There's not actually a lot of caravan-friendly campsites around this sort of part, around Cape Leeuwin and Augusta, so we're going to stay in here at Turner's. It's a pretty nice caravan park though. It's a council run. It's one of 2 council run caravan parks in Augusta. First job though, let's go get some coffee because our coffee machine isn't working at the moment. It's a terribly sad state of affairs at the moment, yeah, with the coffee situation.
It's booked in for a repair in Albany, so
Albany,
we'll
we found someone who can have a look at it for us, so hoping, fingers crossed, it's salvageable because, yeah, it's not been great the last little while we've been coffee machine-less. It's not good for our family dynamic. Everything's going to be okay. Here you go, dear. In the late 1800s, summertime in Hamlin Bay was a place of tough work and commotion. What remains of the original jetty was once a 600-metre long structure servicing up to 3 ships exporting valuable timber across the world. These days, it's a popular tourist destination to see the famous friendly rays who frequent the shallows.
super touristy, but also really cool. So the stingrays, there's quite a few of them. They're huge. How big do you reckon they are?
Oh, they'd have to be over a metre across, a metre and a half, maybe the biggest one.
Yeah, but they come right up to you, right in the shallows, just at the end of the jetty there. And there's probably like, I don't know, 50 people just standing in the water in this one condensed spot. Just
look for the crowd of people and you'll find where the stingrays hang out. So we're at Hamlin Bay, which is about 20 minutes drive roughly from Augusta where we're staying. There's not much here apart from a caravan park and a boat ramp and those stingrays on the beach, but it's a really nice beach and a really nice bay. The sun's starting to come out and it's really cool, nice calm conditions. It's warming up a little bit, but just nice calm one. So we're just gonna go for a wander along the beach and see what we can find. And then I think next stop's gonna be the Lighthouse.
Yeah, the Cape Leeuwin Lighthouse. These rocks just up here behind me, you can just see the layers on top of layer. It's just like a ream of paper. It's like one of those old school puzzles that you had to complete as a kid, where you just had to build it the right way.
I was just on our way down to the Lighthouse and saw a jewel cave, which is one of the caves in the area, and we've just pulled in to check it out. Liz has just gone in to do a bit of a recce to see, what the deal is. It looks like, I think it's a guided tour through this one, so we'll see what times they run and how much it's going to cost, and then decide whether we're going to do it or not. What did you find out?
So there was a tour that just left at 1:30 and the next tour is at 2:30, so I'm assuming that the tour goes for roughly about an hour. It's $24 an adult and $12 per child. So it's pretty pricey, but the reviews are really good. So it's such a toss up. Like when you're traveling full time, you obviously can't do every paid attraction. So we don't have an endless budget, but the kids are really keen to see this one. So I think we'll give it a crack.
You keen to go do the cave, Harrison?
Yeah! 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 Bow! Bow!
All right,
Bow! Bow!
let's go do it.
That is the sign of a kid who is ready to go into a cave to have great listening skills
Yeah.
and not touch anything, which is like.
Jewel Cave is the largest open to the public cave in Western Australia. It consists of 3 massive chambers reaching up to 42 metres under the surface, and it forms part of an enormous cave system over 2 kilometres long. It was first opened to the public on December 26, 1959, and the cave is home to a variety of exquisite and delicate rock formations, including world record straws, helictites, stalagmites, stalactites, flowstone, fossils and cave coral. Jewel Cave boasts the longest straw stalactite of any tourist cave in the world at just over 5.4 metres and a 20-tonne stalagmite nicknamed the Carry Forest. The 1 hour guided tours are really informative and great for all ages. Our kids absolutely loved it and so did we. There's a number of steps though, so you'll need to be moderately fit to get down there and to get back out again.
That was awesome. That was so good. Yeah, probably some of the best caves we've ever been in. Harrison, you were a superstar in there. How was it?
I at least got to lead the way at least 3 times, and we saw a lot of cool stuff. So I reckon it was worth $75 to go in, and I reckon you should come in too. And I learnt a lot of new cave formations.
What was one of the new ones you learnt?
Cave coral.
Oh, cave coral. That was pretty cool. It looked like cauliflower, didn't it?
Yes. And I also saw that cave coral also grows on straw, which are little pieces of cave string that are hanging from the ceiling.
I thought it was actually really interesting. So we're in Western Australia in the southwest, and they have in that cave found the remains of several thylacines or Tasmanian tigers, which is pretty cool when you consider geologically, like we're nowhere near Tasmania. So there must have been thylacines in WA at some point, which is cool.
We're going to skip the lighthouse. We're going to go and do that tomorrow morning. It's getting on. It's almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so I think back to camp for us, and lighthouse in the morning before we make tracks to head west. No, before we make tracks to head east. So used to saying head west. We're actually kind of going back on ourselves now, so it's a bit different, but anyway, let's get out of here. Lighthouse this morning, Cape Leeuwin. So we're going to go and check this out. It's very windy, so we thought we'd have a quick chat to you in the car before we get out there, because chances are you won't be able to hear us. But this is where the Indian and Southern Oceans meet, which is pretty cool. We'll have a quick look around here and then go get the van, and then it's road trip time because we're heading east. Let's do it.
Just found a hair tie. Winner, winner.
Pushing down.
The Cape Leeuwin Lighthouse is located at the most southwesterly point on the mainland of the Australian continent. Constructed from local limestone in 1895, it's the tallest lighthouse on mainland Australia, standing at 39 metres. A lighthouse was one of the last in the world to be manually operated by a clockwork mechanism and kerosene burner until 1982. It was then converted to electricity and the light was automated in September 1992. Tours are available and you can get inside the lighthouse as part of a tour, but for us it was just a quick look around the grounds before getting on the road. 1,435 kilometres to the South Pole. Straight out that way.
Bust a move.
Wouldn't lie to you, doesn't matter what I do. She's got a hold on me. She knows how to drive a truck, but she lets me pick her up when we're going dancing. My heart starts beating when my headlights shining on her. She's my country girl. I couldn't tell you what she's doing with me. She's so damn out of my league. She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her red dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes. And I'm feeling like midnight's getting closer, and I just wanna hold her in my arms till the sun comes.
We're back on the road, heading east. Mind the camera work. The road's a little bumpy. It's a pretty ordinary road, but it's a fantastic drive. I love this drive. Especially after you pass through Pemberton on our way down towards Walpole, where we'll meet the coast again. Most of the drive's been inland, but we head through these from farmland into these unreal karri forests that the southwest is famous for. We're going to be exploring them a little bit more in the next few days, but yeah, just love this drive down through here. I remember it from last time. We're a few k's out of Walpole now, and about 50 k's from where we're going to be setting up camp at a little private campground. Or privately owned and run campground. Just enjoying the drive overall. The kids have been getting some schoolwork done, we find drive days are a great opportunity to knock over a couple of hours of schoolwork while you've got a captive audience and they can't run off. Beautiful drive, and we'll see you when we get to camp. Well, good morning. So we pulled into Boat Harbour camp here about roughly halfway between Walpole and Denmark yesterday afternoon. Really good little campsite. It's a really chilled vibe, very nice setting as well. Really nice to be tucked into the bush in amongst the karri trees. It is a little bit pricey. I think it's $20 a head for adults and $10 a head for kids. So $60 a night for us. It's up there. But there is power here. If you want an extra $10 a night, you can have power. And there is showers and toilets. So it's not too bad for this area, to be honest. The whole southwest, we find the camping's a little bit more expensive than a lot of other areas we've travelled through. But yeah, like I said, it's a really chill vibe and very quiet here last night. So yeah, it's worth it on that front. This morning, the boys just got a bit of their schoolwork done, got on the School of the Air. They did a bit of yoga. The kids have been doing Cosmic Kids Yoga on YouTube. If you haven't seen that one, it's a ripper for getting the kids to get some energy out, especially before they jump on their school call. Liz did a design course and I just tinkered around. I actually threw in the new 1-key lock for our front door. So for the Aussie Traveller door, you can get the 1 key for that now. So I ordered one of them to match in the same key as all the hatches that we did. If you missed about 6 months back, I suppose it was, we changed out all the hatch locks on our caravan to be all the same key and also to be a unique key. So these style latches here, if you've got those style latches on your caravan, there's only a handful of different key patterns for those latches that come from factory. So the chance of you having the same key as someone else, or someone else having your key, more importantly, is pretty high. It is also annoying because if you're like us, they often aren't all keyed alike. So you've got a whole bunch of keys. So we changed them out a while ago, and that's been really, really good. It's been a game changer, but at the time, they didn't have all the locks available for our van. So once I saw they had the Aussie Traveller door for our main door, I've ordered that one. And we also got the new water filler caps. So they've done those now as well in the one key system, which is pretty handy. So these water fillers, if you've got that style of water filler, I think they've got a couple of different ones. Yeah, you can get them one keyed as well. So we're almost done now with having the whole van on one key. The only thing we've got left is the compression style latches that we've got, like on the front toolbox, and these ones here on our electrical system hatch and on the rear drawer and things like that. But they've said to us that they're coming out in the next few months, a little bit later this year. So that'll be really good, and then we will literally have the one key system for the whole van, which is, yeah, just one of those convenience things. But mainly, like I said, it's the security of knowing that there's thousands of combinations in the one key system rather than just a handful with a lot of the other lock systems. So good to get that one ticked off. That one's been floating around in the van for the last few weeks since that turned up. I just haven't had a chance to do it. The hardest thing was just getting the little plastic plugs out that cover the screws up. Was really hard, and the kit comes with 2 new ones, and I thought, oh, that's a bit overkill, I don't think I'll need them, but you probably will, because if you're like me, you pretty much destroy them trying to get them out. So it was good that they threw those in, but that's all done now. So one key on the door, job done. It's good to tick these little jobs off. I've always got these little jobs floating around that I just see if I can find 5 minutes or 10 minutes to throw at them, get them done while I'm here. All right, that's enough of me yabbering. Let's jump in the car and head down to the Treetop Adventure. I think it's called the Treetop Walk, Treetop Adventure, something like that. I'll let you know when we get there. Valley of the Giants. Let's go. Okay, so it's the Valley of the Giants Treetop Walk is what I was trying to say earlier. I couldn't remember what it was called. I was trying to tell these guys what we were going to do today, and I couldn't remember what it was called. Anyway, we were here 2 years ago, and they were doing renovations on the Treetop Walk, so we were only able to do the lower level walk. So we've been keen to get back, and today's that day. We're going to go and get up amongst some of these giant trees.
Yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to this. I feel like it's like the inside of a David Attenborough film shoot, really. So yeah, let's go check it out. I think it was like $50 for the family, is that about right? It was $20 an adult, but there was a family rate, so yeah, show you around. These trees are enormous. They are so big. I was just reading a sign that some of them get up to 400 years old and can be 20 meters in circumference. Just the scale of this it just will not come out on camera. What else won't come out on camera is how much the kids are shaking this railing and making it jump around, and I feel so wobbly already. Yeah, I'm gonna keep away from the kids. I'll let them go in front of me. I just looked down.
Yeah, this is crazy how high this is. It moves a little bit, enough to be a little bit unnerving, but it is such a cool way to appreciate the scale of the forest, and just something that you can't appreciate from the ground. You look up and they look huge from the ground, but once you're up here and then the wind starts blowing like that and everything, all the trees around us are moving, but we're sort of, yeah, it's a little bit off-putting, but a really unmatched view of the forest. Definitely worth coming and checking this out. It's pretty cool.
Don't look down.
Yeah, it's I don't know, show the people. I don't know if the scale of that will show on camera, but I think the highest point, it says it's 40 or 42 meters or something above the floor. So when you're standing on a see-through metal grate, it feels like double that. But to think we jumped from a little bit higher than this, Liz, when we bungee jumped in Cairns a couple of years ago. Seems crazy now.
It was crazy.
It was crazy at the time too, to be fair.
How is it, H?
So good. We are so high. I mean, look down.
Wow, I actually did this walk almost 20 years ago, which is a scary thing to say out loud. 2005, I did a lap around Australia, and I remember it being less scary then. Maybe, is that a thing? As you get older, do you get more scared by things? I think it might be, because the kids don't seem fazed at all. They think this is the best thing ever. Liz and I are like holding on, leaving fingerprints in the steel railing as we walk along. I actually thought, like a lot of people probably do, that the big trees here are the carry trees that this area is famous for, but they're not actually carry trees, they're called tingle trees, which are a type of eucalypt, but yeah, they're called tingle, and there's a couple of different types of tingle. There's yellow, isn't there? Yellow tingle and red tingle. What are most of these ones? Reds. Yep. These are mostly red tingles, but you do get, we'll go and do the ground level walk that we did last time we were here, and you get these awesome hollows in the base of the trees as they hollow out.
This tree is 400 years old and is 30 meters tall, 34 meters tall. This is the way parents get there.
Well, we're now down on the forest floor and getting a completely different perspective of how big these trees are in girth and down at ground level. It's pretty awesome. This one behind me they call King Tingle, big red tingle, but some of these trees are 400 plus years old and absolutely massive. One of the ones up there they said was 12 meters in circumference around its base. It's just phenomenal scale of trees, but it's pretty cool to see it from both perspectives, both up high and now down on the ground. There's a couple up here that we're going to go to that the kids can have a bit of a crawl through that are hollowed out underneath, and I can walk through some of them. They're that big, so it's it's pretty good fun. Well worth the stopover when you're heading between Denmark and Walpole or the other way around like us. Yeah, that pretty much wraps it up for us. We're going to get down to the beach and have a beer and watch the sun go down, I think. Well, good morning. Didn't quite make it down to the beach yesterday. We just got back to camp and chilled out for the rest of the afternoon. So we're going to go down this morning and have a bit of a look at Boat Harbour Beach. We've heard good things. We're excited. Let's go check it out.
So is it a little bit of a four-wheel drive track, apparently?
Yeah, it's a bit of I don't know really what's involved. It says the last 5Ks to get there are four-wheel drive, so we'll see what they mean by that. I'm sure we'll be fine. It was exciting to be able to lock in the hubs, air down and tackle this relatively straightforward four-wheel drive track down to the Boat Harbour Beach. We haven't had the chance to get the cruiser out and stretch its legs and do some four-wheel driving on the beach like this, and it was an excellent opportunity to gain some confidence and get a better understanding of how it performs. We're really looking forward to doing so much more of this as we continue to explore WA this year. Well, we made it down to the beach. Not a bad little drive in. Bit corrugated, pretty chopped up in the soft sandy sections, but what a magic beach this is. A bit hazy today. There's obviously a few bushfires around, but cracking spot. This has got to be one of the best beaches we've been to. Yeah, and there's hardly anyone here. There's only a handful of other people around, which makes it that much better. We're going to chill out here and enjoy for a bit before we got to go back and pack up camp and head into Albany. We're going to get our coffee machine serviced and our car serviced. So two very important things for our day-to-day life that we're going to get sorted out in Albany there, and then making our way further east. Esperance isn't too far away. There's heaps more to come. Can't wait. Looking forward to it. That water is so clear out there. It's hectic. It is a little bit chilly, but it does wake you up. It's not a bad thing for a morning swim, I don't reckon. It's not the hottest day today, but it's warm enough for a swim. Yeah, but the water's so clear. It's crazy, and it's nice, calm conditions out there. So, yeah, that was nice.
The lengths you go to for a sand-free car, hey, Dal?
Trying to keep some sand out of the car. That's all we've got time for this week. Hope you enjoyed this one. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, and we will see you next Sunday. See you then.
We would have field and two daughters.
Nose is a bit red.
And then have sand.
Boys, can I just film for a sec? Are you stuck? Are you stuck?
Nope.
Anything, Dad?
Nah, nailed it. Nailed it, Dal. Like the born presenter that you are.